Hey, did you ever want to make one of these? This is my version of an adjustable router jig, but the actual design of this from John Hyde. His is a little bit smaller, doesn't have the cam lamps and stuff, but I just did it differently than he did, but basically the same design. Thank you, John. I appreciate it, and I appreciate everything you do for the woodworking community. Okay, guys, as you see, I'm sporting our new shirt. They just came in. We have these. We have another one with a big one up front. We have coffee cups. We're getting the hats done. Everything you guys requested, we're doing. And remember, when I get these up on the website for sale, just always remember that every penny goes to a no-kill animal shelter. So if you decide to buy one, just remember that's where it's going to.
Now this is just a 3/4 inch thick by a 1/4 inch wide. You're just gonna cut up a bunch of them here. Okay, next here's what we need to do is go ahead and drill directly in the center for a 3/8 inch. Now this is by 1/8 inch in depth.
All right, to make it like this, and to grind down this so it can go into there. And it'll go like that. Piece back here, and this goes on top. Gives you your groove, captures your stud. So you gotta make 4 or 3 more of these. Okay, do right here. I mark the length. Come up 2 inches to the center. What I did is I made just a quick jig here. I used a 1/4 inch cutoff. I just measured that. So now all I have to do is hold that like that, either way, to cut this. And bring it over the chop saw, get it lined up. But I'll go ahead and get that one set. So we got 4 of these. Now, if you don't want to do the grind all that tea down, you can also use or just get a regular screw head type that's 3.5 inches long, and you're going to have to grind down a little bit. But that's just enough to get it inside the hole. And people say it helps keep it from turning. Yeah, I mean, you can use the wing nut, you can use whatever you want. I like the cam system. Let me go ahead and show you how it works so you don't have to do a bunch of turning and, So now I'm going to go ahead and glue them up tonight. That way they're dry. Then we can go ahead and get started on the rest of it for tomorrow. All right, one down. Okay, one thing you gotta realize is in your brad nailer, if you're gonna use one, is make sure there isn't a long one stuck in the chamber. I'll get that cut out, but it's no big deal. I just want to hold it for the glue to dry. But yeah. Yeah, we'll get her done. We're gonna go ahead and get these shaved up on both sides. It'll look good.
Now I'm mainly going to be using my trim router for this, and with most base plates on routers, they are not going to be equal to each side. You'll have 2 equal sides, as I showed there, but if you go to the front to back, it's not. So you're going to have to take this into account when you make your router jig to fit. So you want to make sure that you mark them, which one is even, which one's not. And I do it with 1 on each side of there where I know it's even, and a 2 here where I know it's not going to be. You'll see why.
Okay, so what you want to go ahead and do is you want to take it from your 1, take it to the edge, put that like that, and go ahead and make a mark. I will cut it, it says at 2 1/4, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it at 2 1/2, just so it's flush, and it is where it cuts.
Now, if you've noticed, I did put the blocks on here so it would give it more strength in the 90-degree position and just better overall fit.
Okay, make sure that you have them oriented the way you need them. That way you won't flip one and here and there. So this is one thing you need to do first, and then we'll get these attached to it. And then we'll go ahead and cut along to make sure of which side, the 1 and 2 side that we were talking about earlier. So let's go ahead and get these glued up. Now that we've got these all done and made up, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and route this side here. So now remember, we have 1, 2, and 1. 1 are the exact same width, 2 is not. The back side cannot be used. So this may be different on your routers. So everybody has a different router, everybody has a different router base. A lot of people make their own router bases and put them on here that are completely square. But since I use this on so many different other things, I'm not going to change it. I'll just change it on this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and route so we have a straight edge where the actual cutter is. And then make sure that you mark them to which side of this you're using. That's going to get it taken care of. That was cut with the number 2 side. So we're going to go ahead and write on here 2. Well, you put it down here just so I don't make a mistake. 2. I like to do 2 of the 2s, 2 of the 1s, because you usually go up into a corner and then this way. So you're going up 2 into the 1 and back down. I might do like John did, and he rounded the edges off of this. So I might do that, get that centered up nice.
Now, I really like the way the cam locks work. Sometimes I like a little bit smaller throw, but these work just fine. And I'll have a link in the description for you if you want them. Pretty good price, actually. But I use this, and what I did is I used my router plate as a template and put it inside there. And then I went ahead and used the actual jig to make a template for putting router plate jigs in. Now also cut extra pieces so you can make sure that your router stays level. So these are just out of that same board, 1/4 inch plywood. And it works both ways. So
now you don't want it extremely tight because you need to still pull this thing in and out. But yeah, you just kind of take it like that. See where it's kind of munching on it. And go ahead and just sand it in just to give it a nice, gives a nice smoothness right here for your pattern bit. So,
hey, well, I hope you can see why this is such a versatile tool that you can build in a day with no problem. And I hope you enjoyed this. And thanks again, John, for your designs and help on this.